Welcome to Part 2 of the required orientation course for the Chelan-Douglas Medical Reserve Corps volunteers. If you have not listened to Part 1, please go back and view that first. Let's get back to where we left off. As a healthcare professional, you know that liability malpractice and workers' compensation are major issues and can be very complicated. These can be complicated for the MRC program as well. I am going to go through this fairly quickly, so if something is unclear, please ask or read through our policies that can be found on our CDHD MRC webpage. First, let's talk about medical liability or medical malpractice. As MRC volunteers, you are covered as long as you work within the scope of your licensed and under the direction of the Washington State Health Department. If the state of Washington declares a state of emergency, the state of Washington defends the volunteer and covers financial liability. The same is true when it is a county or city declared emergency or non-emergency event or exercise when deployed by the Chelan-Douglas Health District Medical Reserve Corps Coordinator. So you are always covered for medical liability whether it's a declared emergency or not, so long as you are staying within your scope of your license and under the authorized mission designation of the Chelan-Douglas Health District. In the event of any activation, whether emergency or non-emergency, we will tell you what you are covered for and what the mission is, as well as what duties the MRC will be performing before you decide to volunteer, and if you have questions, please ask. WASERV has been mentioned several times now. As you know, WASERV is the website where you registered with the state of Washington and affiliated with the Chelan-Douglas MRC. WASERV stands for Washington State Emergency Registry of Volunteers. It is a web-accessible database of all MRC volunteers across the state of Washington. You must keep your contact and license information current. The contact information you provide is used to notify you during emergencies and activations. If you do not know your login or password, please visit the website and request a reset of your password. If you need assistance with this, please contact the MRC coordinator for assistance. You are responsible for keeping your professional license current. Should you have a change of address, you will need to notify both WASERV and Washington State Department of Health, as these systems are not linked. We use WASRV to activate the MRC. Depending on the information you provided in your profile, you may receive a text message, a phone call, or an email. The text messages are very brief. They are quick notifications to tell you that something is happening and what you should do to get more information. Make sure that you are signed up to receive text alerts, also called SMS alerts, if your SERV WA profile.
When we do have an event, you will be asked to sign up through WASERV or by Logistics.
You will receive an activation via text message or email, and then you will have an opportunity to sign up for a specific assignment and shift. Once you do that, we will re-verify your credentials, training and health screening requirements on our end. Then we will either approve or deny you for assignment and deployment. Once you have received confirmation from us and completed any additional requirements, you will be ready to report to the designated location and get to work. Thankfully, big emergencies are infrequent in Chelan and Douglas counties, but because of that it can seem difficult to find opportunities to prepare to serve as an MRC volunteer. We encourage you to be involved in as many exercises and training opportunities as you can when they are offered. These are excellent opportunities to network and get to know your community and neighbors. Throughout the year, we will send you training and exercise opportunities by email. These will help you prepare for emergency response roles. You can also volunteer for the Washington State Medical Reserve Corps. In order for you to help others and be able to volunteer when the time comes, you need to be prepared at home. You should prepare your family, your house, your loved ones, your pets for emergencies. You are a vital part of our support to the citizens or our valley. Stay informed about potential events in our area. Have an emergency plan for your family. You can locate information for a year at our Chelan-Douglas Health District webpage under Emergency Preparedness. Start collecting emergency supplies for your house, your car, and your office. Ready.gov is a great place to get started. You'll often hear recommendations that you should plan for 3 days of emergency supplies for situations like snowstorms and power outages. But in our part of the country, with our risk for catastrophic earthquakes, you really need to plan for 2 weeks without basic services. For more information, simply visit the Chelan-Douglas Health District webpage. These online trainings are useful for understanding how we organize to respond to emergencies.